And welcome into another episode of Beyond the Forecast. Meteorologist Rob Lindenmuth here with my colleague,
Meteorologist Kevin Appleby. I wasn't sure if you were alley-ooping me to say my own name or if you were going to do it.
No, I was going to say it. I was just taking a breath because we've got a lot to talk about today.
Well, I'm glad you're taking a breath inside where it's healthier.
Well, obviously that's going to be the biggest topic. I want to ask you what you did this weekend. It's not that I don't care. We have a lot to talk about those, so maybe we'll save it to the end if we have some extra time. Because that's just what we've been able to do lately.
Yeah.
Obviously, on Tuesday, we had a plume of wildfire smoke move through. We're recording this on Wednesday morning.
It's worse.
It's worse today, as expected. We did anticipate this. But you can smell it today. The air quality is degrading today.
The real thing will be, we expect it to be worse tomorrow. I mean, I at least did. I was looking at it all morning.
Well,
Rob pretty much just got to work.
It's one of those things where, we have more mixing in the atmosphere today, so we're able to bring that smoke down. Whereas yesterday it was very much aloft. Today it is able to mix down to the ground, so that's why we have the air quality issues today. Tomorrow, I think it's just going to be exacerbated because we've already got it today.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be one of those things. So, here's what I almost hit the clicker and that would not have been good. Here's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This one fire.
Discovered on Monday,
has burned over 130,000 acres of forest. This is north of Thunder Bay, as you can see there, north of International Falls. Looking at some of the stuff, I'm going to look over to the side here, Kevin.
Yeah.
Based on some stuff coming out from Canada, estimated nearly 900,000 acres have burned. Now, this doesn't give an exact date, but this was updated 13 minutes ago as of this recording. And what I'm looking at here, we've got, as of this morning, they are reporting approximately 148 active wildfires across the region. Of those, 69 of them are classified as not under control, while only a small number are being held or fully controlled. And it has 4 in parentheses, so I'm assuming that's only 4 that are being held and fully under control. So it's multiple fires. It's not just one fire. That's why this is so significant. So containment varies, of course, by incident, and that's why each one of those little red circles you see on there indicate an individual fire. So wild stuff.
It was just so quick, It says discovered 7/13. I mean, this was not on our radar.
Yep.
Because it quite literally didn't exist. Like, I remember over the weekend on Sunday, I gave a forecast. I was like, this is going to be the brightest week of the summer, possibly. Oh, oops. I should have known that a bunch of wildfires were going to happen. And listen, that's entirely, not actually something I'm upset about, by the way. I was trying to be sarcastic. This is a very serious situation, obviously. And we're now breathing it in a little bit. I mean, we're supposed to have the powwow here at News 10 this afternoon, and it looks orange outside. So, I don't want to make total.
It's hot.
It's not tough to make.
It's one of those.
Make total light of it.
It's a weird. It's almost like an apocalyptic look outside.
Mars.
You know what I mean? Like, almost.
And it's one that's become a bit more familiar in recent years.
But this is one of the worst. This is a bad one. This is a bad one for sure. People were asking on Tuesday, did we not see this coming?
No.
They developed so quickly. That was the problem.
Yeah.
The models were not picking up on this. Kevin, I'm going to take this up full because you took this picture this morning.
I just I went to the bathroom, and so this is me. I took the bathroom.
Well, it's not you.
I went to the bathroom, but I looked out the window. I always look out the window on my way to the bathroom, if I could put my words together properly. And I was like, oh my gosh, the sun, our windows have a little tint, but the sun was like a very ominous red, orange. And I went outside, and not only was there the orange tint to the sky with all the smoke, keep in mind there's basically no cloud cover in this picture.
That's just it. There is no clouds out there.
Yeah. This is very eerie, and it reminds me of 2023.
It does. And the smell, last night, it's funny, by 6:30, more smoke was starting to drift in from the north again.
Yeah.
And I remember Alyssa asked me, she goes, this is smoke, right? Because the cameras it looked like a storm was rolling in.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm pretty sure. So we looked at the infrared satellite imagery. There was nothing.
Oh,
so there were no clouds. It was literally just smoke. And as soon as I walked out the back door to leave, I said, "Yeah, this is smoke," because you could see the sun.
Yeah.
But it's that weird, and everything has that orangish red
glow
tone to it.
Even this morning, I was a lot of guidance said it would move in over the course of the morning, and I was looking at our cameras, and I could tell even before I went on air at 4:30, I was like, "Oh,
it was
it's
already
here in Glens Falls." Now, Southern air, like beautiful blue this morning in Germantown, but by the 9 o'clock newscast, it was just as bad as this picture. So it was pretty incredible to watch that move in. I mean, we're in the thick of it, pun intended a little bit, but
this is, I mean, we have a direct shot, Kevin.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just north of Lake Superior, where all of these fires are burning out of control again. I mean, you've got the wind that's just aiding in the development and spread of them. Actually, I think it was Monday night. You could see it on satellite imagery, the smoke from the fires, and one of them actually produced a pyrocumulus cloud. So I don't know if there was thunder and lightning under it, but you see the smoke, and then all of a sudden it just kind of billowed up. I was like, that's amazing.
You want to talk about an apocalyptic type of thing.
Yes.
Those are crazy.
But think of how much heat it's producing. I mean, it has to be producing so much heat.
I remember I woke up Tuesday morning, because I was actually also fighting like a little cold, so I was kind of taking it easy. Although, probably one of the reasons I got a cold is because I was out in the sunshine for 6.5 hours on Sunday. But I just remember waking up and like checking current conditions, and I was like, overcast. Because these literally weren't there when I left work on Sunday.
When I looked outside Tuesday morning, I was like, this is smoke. I go, I'm pretty sure this is smoke, because you saw that orange tint on everything. And it's funny because Monday, our graphics supplier, Barron, they actually supplied us with smoke maps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for what?
Oof.
So I kind of looked at it, and I'm like, it doesn't look like there's going to be that big of a deal. Well, I wish I would have looked a little bit closer, but I didn't realize that there was going to be these major fires Monday night.
It was Monday. I think these fires are literally they started Sunday and Monday.
Yep.
This isn't something that has been ongoing up there. I mean, not that there hasn't been any fires, but the severity, the
these
out of
major
controlness,
ones, yes.
That's not something that's been happening. And honestly, Rob, even if we flush this out for the weekend, it probably comes back.
Well, just look at. I mean, this is the upper level flow with the smoke. So this is the day this airs, Thursday afternoon. This is the forecast for it.
Oh, jeez.
Very thick here. I mean, obviously, look it up towards International Falls, Sault Ste. Marie, Toronto. By the way, Toronto has the worst air quality in the world right now because of the smoke. I'm surprised it's not closer to the fires, but that's, besides the point. As we put this into motion here, you can see there's going to be a cold front tomorrow or today, Thursday. So the winds may shift a little bit and may try to clear some of this out. The thickest, anyways. We'll say the thickest.
Yeah.
Because we're not saying that it's going to get out of here. But what happens is, whoops, I thought we were going to go through Friday afternoon. I forgot it was only Friday.
So wait, can you go back?
So
you could probably go back. Just do the loop again.
Yeah, I got to wait just 1 second.
So what I'll say is watch at the end of the loop, like the last 3-4 hours, look north of St. Mary. I don't even want to.
St. Marie.
Yeah, that thinking. You could see it's building up and kind of tracking towards us again. And it's the end of this model run. I've been saying all morning, I don't trust smoke
models because they have not, but notoriously, historically, they have not been great. But they nailed this morning.
Yeah.
So I do think they are doing a good job.
And, I mean, it just shows that there's probably going to be another plume that tracks at least towards us. I mean, maybe it gets deflected before it gets here, but, and maybe we start off blue sky on Friday. It might fade by the afternoon.
Or faded blue sky, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. With this continued northwest flow, I just don't like it, though.
I don't like it. I
really don't.
And even if we clear it out with the weekend system coming through, those fires sound so out of control that I think this is going to be an issue for, maybe not to the same severity, but this is probably an issue for a while.
Yeah. Well, we have air quality alerts. Not quite sure why Vermont doesn't have it, but I think I don't know if this is through the NWS.
It's a state by state.
It's a state DEC
Vermont
type
will
thing.
put it up. There's no way. There's no way they won't.
So this is only through midnight Wednesday night on the day that we're recording. I wouldn't be surprised if this is continued through Thursday, maybe even through Friday, or at least through early Friday. This includes all of New York, literally the entire state of New York, all of Massachusetts, all of Connecticut, Rhode Island, so southern New England. And then look at all the Great Lakes states.
All of New Jersey. That's updated from 20 minutes ago,
Yep.
Rob.
So a lot of Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota.
Watching
Just
this
not
unfold,
good.
Watching this unfold all morning, there's very few alerts when I went on at 4:30.
Now, this is the air quality.
Ugh.
When we did look at this originally, they were up over 500 in some of these areas. So, I mean, we're already in the hazardous category.
Oh, we're back to
Near
we're back
Sault
to-
Ste. Marie.
Oh, we have orange again.
We are up to unhealthy now, and you
Yeah.
can see that plume back to Syracuse and Rochester. Look at southern New Hampshire there. There's a little area of red. So if you are sensitive, even if you're not, but if you are more respiratorily sensitive, I don't know if that's a real word. I might have just made that up.
I've been tripping over the words.
But
all morning.
make sure you try to stay indoors, air conditioning, filtered air, because this is not, if you got to go out, a mask is not a bad idea. Like, honestly, a mask is not a bad idea today.
It's not. I mean, listen, I was not back. It brings up those memories
Yep.
of 2020.
Yep.
This is this is stuff you don't really want to breathe in if you don't. If there's a way to avoid it, and there totally
Because
is.
it could very well cause many issues.
Yeah.
Going forward. Especially, like I say, if you have underlying medical issues, especially. If you're healthy, it may still irritate your lungs, but I don't think you'll have as big of an impact.
if it deteriorates closer to
Yes.
that Toronto
Yeah,
level,
well,
it
yes,
won't really
then
matter how good your
exactly,
lungs are. So.
Exactly. All right, Kevin, with that, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the recent heat because we've added to one of our tallies that we keep track of every year. Don't go away. Welcome back. Thankfully, we're back because Kevin and I were just getting into a little bit of an argument here.
Yeah,
but
you
that's
know what?
besides the point.
Yeah, if you're watching, we're talking about smoke, and then we come back with a big smile. It's because our next segment discusses
Yes.
90-degree days, including Tuesday, which was 94, despite all the smoke.
Now, I think, again, we'll never know for sure, obviously, but had we not had the smoke, because we had smoke through midday, and then the skies brightened up, that's when the temperature went up. Had we not had the smoke, I do think we would have been adding 2 to 3 degrees onto our high temperature.
Oh, that's different than what you said before the break. You said 3 to 4, and I was disputing that. Because I would never think 98, and the reason is because it's happened 3 times in 30 years. Anyways,
that tally now brings our tally now so far up to 8 90-degree days this year. Our average is 11. We could have had another one today, too. We originally thought we were going to have another one.
Listen, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. We were going to kind of use today as a test. The smoke really does hinder temperatures
Yeah.
because, I mean, think about it. It acts like a thick cloud almost,
I forecast 88 this morning.
We are 81 right now in Albany.
If I'm 2 degrees off, and that's. Yeah, there'll be another ob that comes in later. It was 80, but the fact is that
I mean, looking at this
probably
satellite,
going to come up short of 90. But I'm just saying, like, maybe it's 9.
It's possible, but with this having the direct and very limited chances of brightening today because of the smoke, and there's actually a few clouds to the north of Albany right now. So I don't know. Today's going to be tough. We were using today as kind of a test for tomorrow.
Yep.
We kind of held tomorrow's temperature, at least we did last night. Thursday's temperature is what we're saying.
Yep.
So this is where we rank now. We've had 4 90-degree days this month. This year, we've had 8. The average through the end of July is 7. Now, I don't know if we're going to see any more 90-degree days this month. I don't want to go out on a limb and say that for sure, but it does look likely that a big cool down is coming.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
So, yes.
Hopefully it's not filled with smoke.
Is it possible that we see 90 again? Yes. But is it also possible that we don't in July? Also, yes.
Maybe we get to August, but that's a whole other month. And August have been cool lately.
Now, last year we had 6 through this time, but we were going into an extended period of 90 plus this week. So those numbers are going to be going up over the next couple of days.
Yeah,
so.
What did we finish with? It was like...
We had like 18?
Yeah, it was up
maybe
there.
Something like
So
that.
we had quite a few to end July.
July, I think we had 8, 9.
I think it finally cooled off just in time for my birthday, just saying.
You smelling that?
Is it the smoke?
I think I smell the smoke.
Probably.
Well, I hope it's not you. You just asked if it was the smoke, so.
Well, it's over there, not here.
You don't smell it.
That's ridiculous, by the way.
It's coming through the fence.
Carry on.
Carry on. Well, we're done with the temperatures. I think we're going to take another quick break, Kevin, because I do want to take some time to talk about the next topic because this is going to be a highly debated topic. It's been talked about for years. The House of Representatives just passed, what is it, the Saving Daylight Act or something?
Sunshine Protection Act.
Where we would stay on daylight saving time year round. When we come back after the break, we're going to discuss what that would mean for our sunrises and sunsets locally. And I don't know, maybe we'll have our opinions in there too. We'll see.
I can't resist.
I have an opinion, so don't go away. Welcome back. We have a highly debated topic across the country, not just here in Albany, not just here in the weather team, although we might, I don't know, I think we kind of agree to a certain extent on this.
We'll get into the specifics, but there's a part of the year if we do this where like our webcams are going to be tough until like 8:30.
And I'm not even concerned about that. Yeah, it's just one of those weird things where we've always done it. And before we get into the graphics, we have done this in the past where we have repealed and we've kind of stayed on a certain time. I think it was standard time. Daylight time? Maybe it was daylight time. And I think it lasted for a year or two and then it was repealed. People did not like it.
Honestly, now that I think about it, I thought I saw a time. Maybe they did try standard time because I saw it was.
I've seen it multiple times.
It started in January and ended in November. I'm guessing they went through the summer and it was, so we'll talk about the exact specifics. It was sunrise like 4 in the morning. It's bright and birds are chirping at like 3.
Well, and also, we did. They used to do it. They used to do it in April and October. Now it's March and November.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the purpose?
4 months are dark, man. So
they did. Just before we go in. They did the Emergency Daylight Saving Time Energy Conservation Act in 1973, making daylight saving time year-round.
Okay.
It was 1973. It was abandoned months later after public backlash.
I wonder what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I don't want to read the rest because we're going to get into that. So this is what you would expect if we're on standard time year-round. Latest sunrise, 7:15 in the morning. Zero sunrises at 8 a.m. or later. Earliest sunset would be 4:21 p.m.
That's what we have right now.
And we would have 95 sunsets before 5 p.m. Now, the earliest sunrise, if we stayed on standard time.
Oh my goodness, it would be like 4:16
in the morning.
I think when I made
this,
I was focused. I think I made it for winter.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure people are aware of that.
Yeah. So a couple.
The birds are already chirping at 4:30 now. So I don't need them chirping outside my window at 3:30 in the morning.
If we were on standard time year round, the earliest sunrise would be like 4:16.
Yep.
And it would be before 4:30 for like at least 3 weeks, probably around there. The sunset would be as late as 7:36. It would be after 7 for. I definitely did the other version of this graphic.
I think you did, but that's fine. I just want to make sure with the sunrises.
So by the way,
and that would be in the summertime.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
4:16 sunrise, and we would not have the sun set past 7:36.
I love
I love daylight time for that. That's great because 5:15 is early enough and 8:30 is kind of nice.
Yep.
Although going to bed kind of stinks right now, but that's a selfish problem.
Daylight time.
Yeah.
Daylight saving time.
This is my gripe.
The latest sunrise in Albany would be 8:25 in the morning. We would have 75 sunrises at 8 a.m. or later throughout the year. The earliest sunset would be 5:21, which would be great.
Yep.
But the trade-off is the morning. And we'd have 0 sunsets before 5 p.m. Again, which would be fantastic. But is it worth it?
Basically, around the minimum sunrise, like or I guess the latest it would get, the minimum amount of daylight, I should say, it's almost a flat line for like 2 or 3 weeks. It's all within like 5 minutes. So, the latest sunrise is 8:25. I would bet, not even looking at data, for 3 weeks, it's probably 8:22 or 8:23
and
or 4 or 5.
You start to think about it. Those mornings, think about those very dark, gloomy winter mornings.
Yeah, or about icy roads.
Like that too, actually. So I posted this on my social media yesterday, and people were saying, actually road crews were saying, they're like, it would be a menace.
Yeah.
For road crews to really try to get to work on the roads because they need the day. Even if it's not sunny out, you still get some radiation coming through the clouds. If you don't have that, clearing the roads from the snow, from the ice is difficult. So nighttime, that's why do you think the roads can get easily caked up with snow and ice at night?
Goodness, driving into work some days is fun.
Exactly.
But that's like a problem I don't want to share amongst the general public. Like that's why we do this standard time. This is fun. I got this one. So if we did it says year-round daylight saving time. This would be, so areas with the latest sunrise after 8 a.m. And what you'll notice is it's basically all of the country. There are some, and I do want to say, like, the largest outcry for doing the time change, and I think it's justified, is from the South. And the South's population is increasing. So, I don't want to ignore that. And it's a valid point that they make in that their time, their sunrises and sunsets don't change as dramatically as for us up north because we're just closer to the North Pole. So we tilt a little bit more compared to them. So the South, you'll notice there's some areas that don't even have a sunrise after 8 a.m. So these are the ones that probably are a little bit, I didn't realize I was off. Oops. These are ones that are a little bit more against the time change. But here we are. This is now areas with a sunrise after 8:30 at the latest if we stayed on daylight time all year round. And that's a lot of the country. It's not even Albany. But if you go just west, if you go towards Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo.
Big cities. These are not little,
Western PA, all of Ohio, Michigan, most of Indiana, outside of, outside of like the Chicago metro. They're all after 8:30. You go farther west, it's all after 8:30, all that blue. That is dark. I mean, you're getting to the bus stop. The kids are getting to the bus stop at 7:30. It's pitch black. That's probably not great.
This is even worse.
9 a.m. Now, listen. The caveat I'll say to this: there's always going to be extremes. It's not going to be perfect.
Yep.
Right now, these are areas that have their latest sunrise after 8 a.m., and that's with the time change. Yep. So if you do this, all of Michigan, most of Indiana, a good chunk of the north central U.S., that little sliver there, and even
Rockies.
parts of Montana, Idaho. These are all areas that'll have a sunrise after 9 a.m. 9 a.m. People are at work at that point. The sun's not even up. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. And then
it gets worse.
Well, this one, we want to talk about extremes. This is an extreme, and right now, these are areas with the latest sunrise in winter that would be after 8:30 if we stayed with the time change, standard time. But if we do year-round daylight saving time, their sun wouldn't come up till after 9:30. Again, it's not exactly a walk in the park right now for these folks.
No,
because it's after 8:30. But it just, I think the map that makes the point the most is 8:30.
Yes, and Kevin, I think there's no clear-cut answer.
Yes.
There's no easy way to fix the problem because I think there's a problem on both sides. Or people are like, oh, it's going to be too dark in the morning. Oh, we don't have enough light at night. Unfortunately, that's how the Earth. That's how this works. Yeah, there's nothing we could really do.
Notice all these areas that have this 9:30 issue. They're all north.
Yes,
it's all north. The simple fact of the matter is that in the winter there's not a lot of daylight.
Now think about being in Alaska. where they don't really get any daylight in the sun in the winter time, or parts of Alaska, but where they don't get any daylight in the wintertime.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. That's ridiculous. Maybe to experience it once.
So the 1973, so they say, safety concerns, obviously the pitch black mornings, commutes led to public outcry and safety fears for children walking or waiting for the bus in the dark. Actually, I got some comments from bus drivers that say it's already difficult to see what they're seeing in the mornings. To add another hour of darkness would not be smart. Plummeting approval. Initially, the act was supported. 79% of the public approved of it.
Yeah. Which is kind of where we're at right now.
That rating dropped quickly to 42% after experiencing the first full winter. So the repeal, Congress reversed course and officially repealed the year-round experiment, forcing the country to return to the twice-yearly time change starting in late 1974.
And listen, the time change is annoying. Like it throws.
It's
everyone
annoying.
off.
It throws you off. It throws everything off.
There's
your circadian rhythm. There's science that backs it.
There's a science that shows there's like an uptick in cardiac events.
I look at it, I'm like, you know what? I've been dealing with it for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Everybody that's been alive has been dealing with it. So, it's annoying, it's frustrating, but everybody's aware of it.
Yeah.
And we're able to make adjustments based on it. We know when it's coming. It happens every year. I say we just leave it.
Spring ahead is my least favorite day of the year. I mean, I already don't sleep enough on this shift.
Or maybe we go back to April and October instead of March and November. Maybe then it's 6 months and 6 months, or whatever. But
there's parts of New England, I think, like especially farther east than like Berkshire County, that would genuinely probably benefit more than not from this change. Mm-hmm. But I've seen a better argument for them. They should be on Atlantic Standard Time.
And then they sit there and that's just it. They should change time zones. Then it's one of those things where certain states can opt out and they can do this and they can do. Could you imagine being in the same time zone and having a complete different time?
Yeah.
You fly to Florida and it's an hour ahead.
It's a mess. We don't have this perfect solution. Some things.
It's a debate.
It is.
It's a debate. And with that, Kevin, we're gonna say goodbye.
Honestly, how about this? If you're still, if you're interested in this topic, you want to make your voice heard, send an email to Rob or myself or a Facebook message. We would love to share some opinions.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more in depth about it next week.
Obviously, Rob and I feel a certain way, but honestly, there's a reason it has public support.
I've got comments too, but if you want to be featured, definitely send it in because maybe we expand on this next week.
Yeah,
we just talked about a couple of different folks. Yeah. So hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Don't let the smoke get you down. Stay inside if you need to. And we're looking for brighter skies ahead. Have a great weekend.